Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher with another lesson. This particular lesson is about digestion, and I'll probably touch on a couple things as it relates to digestion that most of you, and probably the vast majority of you that are watching this video or will be watching this video, don't know. And I can pretty much guarantee that you don't know this. And first, let me preface the video by saying this. A lot of us don't know what we don't know sometimes. And we have been conditioned by tradition for much of our lives. We have done things by rote, or OTE, rote. We have done things conditionally for so long in our lives. We have accepted it as habit, and it has become a staple, something that we're just accustomed to doing, and we won't let it go. And it has become the norm. It has become the norm to us doing it. And when someone brings along something different, or even the truth, and if in our eyes it appears seemingly to be the truth, we fight vehemently against it. It is so unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe this video is not for you, but for those of you who use critical thinking and who use common sense, this video is most definitely for you. And for those of you who are open to actually elevate your minds and want to better your station in life and to better your lives and your health and your well-being and that of your families, all of my videos are for you and people like you. And everyone else, I could care less about what you think. I'm sorry. So now, as it relates to digestion, most of us grew up believing that when we eat the traditional meal, let's say dinner, for example, or even lunch, you would have a drink with it, a beverage. Breakfast, cup of coffee. Pancakes, eggs, sausage, cup of coffee, maybe. Okay? Dinner, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, collard greens, maybe a glass of tea, a glass of cola, or something, maybe even a glass of water. We have been doing it wrong. You wonder why you have a big belly. You are obese. You wonder why you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut. You wonder why you have stomach problems. You wonder why you have acid reflux. You wonder why you have bloating, gas, and so forth. Well, could it possibly be because you are mixing fluid with your food? Chances are it is. We should not be drinking beverages while we eat food. Ha. What's the reason? Well, that is the reason. We should eat our food alone. So, why do you say that, brother teacher? Well, your stomach is only so large. It is approximately 1 liter, about the size of your fist. There is something called hydrochloric acid in your stomach. It is the only acidic environment in your body, ladies and gentlemen. You notice that I'm not looking at any piece of paper, right? I know what I'm talking about. The vast majority of your body is alkaline. There's a reason for that. Your stomach is acid. It is the hottest place in your body for a reason. The purpose of your stomach is to break down your food. Ha! Now, it is to kill anything that could potentially enter your mouth that's not supposed to be there, that comes in with your food from outside. Pathogens, bad bacteria, viruses, germs, anything that's not supposed to be there that rides along with your food down that esophagus into your stomach. So, once your food enters your stomach, your acid's job is to break it down, digest it, okay, so that the enzymes begin to do their job. When you drink fluid, water, tea, coffee, pop, whatever, orange juice, grape juice, whatever, alongside the food that you're putting in your mouth and into your stomach, it dilutes the acid, and then the acid is not able to break the food down. Now, when the acid can't break the food down, then it is not capable of digesting properly. So therefore, it is not digested all of the way. Your food takes 3 to 4 hours to leave your stomach before it goes to your small intestine and then to your large intestine, moving out for the process of elimination on out the bowels and out the body. Don't forget, in between that time, it has to be assimilated. It has to absorb into your bloodstream so that your body can have the nutrition that it needs and go throughout the body into the tissues and so forth. So it can't do that. So again, it takes 3 to 4 hours for your food, the process of your food being broken down in your stomach and to leave your stomach. And your stomach takes about an hour to rest from that digestive process. And really, you should have your fluid an hour after that. About 30 minutes to an hour after that, you should have your fluids. And if you're going to have fluids before you eat, about a half an hour before that, you should have your fluids. I know, we have gotten so accustomed to every time you take a bite of something to eat, you drink something along the way, but we've done that traditionally, unawares, for decades. But that's just something that we have done because we just simply didn't know. It's hard to let go of a bad habit, but we wonder why our health has always been in ill repair. You and I and us have been malnutritioned for decades. That's one of the reasons we have had bad health, is because our food has not been absorbing the nutrients, or our bodies have not been absorbing the nutrients because it hasn't been breaking down properly, because we've been drinking fluid with the food as we ate it, and the digestive fluids have not been breaking down the food properly. It only makes sense, and it's science. It's really that simple. So again, in summary, hydrochloric acid has to break down the food for us to be able to use the food properly so that it can be absorbed, so that we can use the nutrients and it can be absorbed into our bloodstream and be carried throughout our bloodstream into our bodies. But when you drink fluid, it dilutes the hydrochloric acid, and it can't happen that way. and we become, in turn, malnutritioned. It's that simple. And then there's not enough hydrochloric acid. And then when you lay down at night, for example, and you get heartburn or indigestion, and it comes up the esophagus and you feel it's burning in your chest, it's not because you have a lot of acid. It's because you don't have enough acid, and then you end up taking Rolaids or Tums. And what that does is depletes the acid that you already have in your gastrointestinal tract even more. And that's not good, because anti-acid means against acid. It means you're taking more of the acid that you already have that's in your stomach out, and you're not supposed to do that. I hope you learned something. So, that was it for this lesson. This is Brother Teacher. Stay educated, stay up, stay informed.